I'm really debating just starting a stream series called Surf, where it's just videos of me on the beach with a plank of wood, attempting to balance myself atop the tumultuous and powerful waves. I believe that this will finally be the thing that breaks me from the cast of being a lowly, actual play RPG Twitch streamer. But they have once again cracked my cocoon before I had time to apotheosize fully. And so, like a warped and gooey cicada, I slip and slime into your screen. And you will soon know the wrath of actual play comedy horror goodness. You will see Chris stare intently into their camera, knowing perhaps in their heart that I can see them. You will see Henry getting up to go to the kitchen right now, and you will see Reese pontificate to only Chris's deaf ears. That's Humadovan. What's up, my friend? Welcome back to ignore anything you hear in the background of my stream. Again, the ghosts in Cabaret are going crazy right now, so very particularly my home in real in the bog is quite haunted right now. Just, you know, I'm a real method actor. Oh gosh, I should make sure that I have a decent picture up and going. Because, actually, you know what, we're gonna be... Never mind. I can be so lazy with this fucking stream, it's great. I've never actually tried much when it came to streaming, specifically not the ones that I, like, you know, would want to put effort into. But these really, obviously, since April 1st, since day one, we're all phoning it in here at Muesli Media. You gotta know. You gotta understand that, right? Hi, Slimy. Nice family man. I did not know that was a global emote. That's fucking great. Oh, what we got? What emotes have I been using recently? We got Hype Squawk and Good Games. That's what we gotta know about today. We got Guga Oddmies. Oh, Reese was a little orange there for a second, except you folks can't see, I really hope. The past fucking 2 Surf and Turf streams, I've been attempting to, like, you know, be all mysterious and fun with, adding people, you know, like, letting you see people when it is narratively appreciable for me to do that. It's not work either time. Both times Streamlabs, OBS, which I'm now just gonna call Slobs, because that's what OBS called it in an official tweet. It's just been really fucking me over, not gonna lie. What we at? 6 minutes? Yeah, we can prolong this a little bit more. Getting the word out to folks. I actually tweeted. I never remember to tweet. I didn't link my stream in the tweet, which is maybe, would have been advantageous to me. I mean, it's like, my Twitch link, I think, is in my Twitter bio. It should be if it's not. But fucking Evil Hat Games liked the tweet. That's the second tweet of mine that they've liked. So that's really cute. Why is... And with that, Henry is visible on screen. A massive nose for everybody. Just kidding. I'm gonna kill the music. Hello.
No, music.
Yeah.
Been murdered.
The music's been. Oh God. And the boys have been loudened. Hello, Christopher.
Hello.
Hello, Reese Flanders. What's up, my guy? That joke will.
Why Flanders?
That joke will land real hard in like half a second. Yo, logger in chat. What's up? Reese, Google Ned Flanders real quick for me.
That joke will land once Simpsons really takes off.
Yeah, it's pretty underground, not gonna lie. It's just this, like, weird little fact. He's kind of like friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Like, if you know that, like, super underground. Not you!
No, I'm looking at Ned Flanders.
The fit! You kind of got that Ned Flanders drip.
But it's black.
Okay.
And, like, a patterned pink shirt.
I'm gonna tell you, my guy, it's not really showing up on the camera. Movie magic. Welcome, one. Welcome all. Except Henry, who I didn't realize was still gone. To
Indeed.
Surf and Turf. The most earworm. I think I might have tweeted out. Did I say open season in my tweet? That would be a big faux pas. That one's done.
That one's closed season.
That one's closed season.
Hello.
Whoa.
We're live.
We're live. What?
We are?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
thought I was undead.
Huma said, "Oh Christ, got a haircut," and I believe they were talking about Chris. Nah, Chris has their hair pushed back tonight.
I am.
That's a great.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
You,
Yeah.
wow, you look like an early American politician.
From the front though, you look just like Vernon.
You do look like a ghoul. Is
Just
everybody's cameras in the right spot? Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
cameras in the right spot. Everybody's names is pretty much visible. Hello, everybody. Now
Get
it's
pumped.
get so psyched out of your gourd that you're not even ready for this one. I've a little bit about
The
my
juice
day.
is loose.
I was very nauseous this morning. So I'm really riding that, which is like really fitting because last Surf and Turf took place the day of one of the worst hangovers I've ever had. So it looks like earworm is like a bit of a
Like the day before Halloween.
Hmm?
Did last session take place on Halloween?
No, last session took place last week.
Oh, in real life. I thought you meant in.
Yes.
I thought you meant in game.
Yeah, I got really hungover in game, and it fucked with my IRL kind of shtick. We'll bring the levels down a little bit, folks. It's gonna be like a cute.
Every
little,
character in Cabaret was hungover.
yeah, except I
do
mean,
think
please.
I do think my mic is gained too high, but also you guys complain about not being able to hear me if it's not this high. So I'm gonna
Leave.
turn it down a little bit, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, none of you guys have been
Hopefully I won't be
peeking.
too quiet.
I am no longer peeking, which is great. Again, the real thing that people tune in is when I almost hit the end screen button. Is when I lie about
that's
getting a
wrong.
dono message. Oh, sorry guys, real quick. Sorry, John.
This
Wow,
is a test
$71.
donation for $71.
Thanks,
Very
John.
generous.
Yeah, crazy. Weird message on that one. I don't. Yeah.
This is a test donation for $71.
This is a test donation for $71. I've got the built-in text-to-speech in oh god, I guess it's through Streamlabs through like their alert box thing. They're all insane. Like I always thought that streamers used custom ones, but they're all fucked. Like Welsh man is just this little gnome of a guy.
Can we hear a Welsh man say? I guess we can.
You
but-
can't, and also I would have to like update it in my alert box
Right.
settings, and that's just not fucking fun to do.
Yeah.
Gosh,
It's good audio though.
it's been but a week. Yet we should maybe. Oh, I did forget to fix that since last stream. So the formatting on that alert is still. We've still got Trent Cotry, parametrically involved lad.learn. Fuck's sake, yeah. We're playing a campaign that we like to call Surf and Turf due to, I mean, a bunch of great reasons. If you're
Also,
confused
if
about
we're-
that,
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. If we're nitpicking, the TIC on pararomantically should also be capitalized. It should be
he is.
pararomantic,
To be
right?
fair, he is not a para-Roman. That is so fair. I'm gonna be real with you.
And also,
yeah, no, give me more.
More bone scrap goals.
More. That's a big one. I mean,
Let's
what
keep
we
them coming.
we can do. You can. No one uses Measly Democracy or Measly Audio Media. I think I might have Measly Audio Media disabled for streams such as this. But if you want me to like take like a good few minutes out of the stream to set up a poll for you, you can give me bone scraps for that. Also, I'm planning a new bone scraps challenge, a new pot for people to throw all their little dusts into, and that's going to be the Measly meal or no meal challenge, where
Oh.
I either eat a big pie or do charitable work. And that's just
Which
off
one
the
is
dome.
meal and which one is no meal?
The charitable work is grain in direction.
Sounds like they're both meal based.
Sounds like but one's meal and one's no. Introducing our three PCs. To my right, we've got Reese, last name,
Hello.
playing Trent Cotry. Tell us a little bit about your little man.
Oh, he's a little man of sorts, as Max has claimed. He's just sort of running around, having a bad time.
He's lost,
Yeah.
I'd say.
He's sort of a lost boy, trying to communicate through emotions and then getting just absolutely raw dogged by people's unfiltered thoughts.
You guys
Giving me an
remember?
absolute headache.
You guys
every
remember
time.
where Bambi was at about 16 minutes into that movie? That's kind of Trent right now. His mother is alive. Spoilers for Bambi, by the way. Retroactive fat spoiler. I'll put it up on the edited down VOD. Yeah, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Underneath me, we've got a ghoul who's too cool for school, and he can't be fooled by pulling the wool, damn it, over his eyes. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, hi, Henry.
Tell us
Hi,
about...
Chris.
everyone.
Didn't see you come in.
Oh, hi, Reese. Alright, yes, I'm playing Vernon Robertson, a 108-year-old vampire.
Get it right next time, fans on the wiki.
Oh, they always say weird things like 107.
It's really rude.
6, but like, come on.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was a year ago.
Can't argue with that one. And well, let's just say I'm excited to go spelunking today.
Wonderful. And then last, Henry.
Yeah, I played Kevin.
Nice man.
An angel named Kevin, I guess.
Yeah.
I could say.
I always want to make a joke about a celebrity named Kevin Angel. That's not one of them.
Kevin
Smith?
No, there's no famous Kevins.
No. Oh yeah. Well, not anymore.
James.
Couldn't be.
Did I miss something? Is this going to be a cave episode? If so, I guess I'm also excited to go spelunking, or is that just a Vernon thing?
That might just be Chris. Might just be stoked about that in their personal life right now. However, as a little recap of last session, after their strange bus ordeal of like a weekend and a half ago, Trent, Kevin, and Vernon were invited by Q Alphanglow, now friend of the party and employee of Hyphae, a local think tank / development / strange tech startup company run by the eponymous and mysterious Mike Funghetti. The three boys were brought in and given a just unbearable tour of this pumpy, modern, fresh take on a business venture, 24-hour paradigm-shifting building, and then were saved by Q, who introduced them to, again, Mike Funghetti, owner of this location, a big man of the world, a money boy, moving assets around, new main character of the show. No one cares about Trent, Kevin, or Vernon anymore. He's all the buzz, all the fan art, he's shirtless, it's crazy. Now...
Spelled like the fertilizer.
Spelled quite a bit like the fertilizer.
Can you throw that AI image up on stream?
Approximation. Let me pull. I talked to I got my boys in R&D to really. Do I have this saved? Because it's always really a hassle. For some reason, while I'm streaming, saving. Oh, it's so big. Saving images to my computer really for sure seldom works. But yeah, I got a AI approximation by the boys in the lab. They ran the numbers, and I got this guy's... I'm putting this guy on blast. This, not as big as I thought it was going to be. This is kind of... Now he's on screen. Now he's on screen. Nice. This is again, your headcanon in tow. I combined two...
I do believe we're frozen.
We're frozen?
Right.
Oh, excellent.
He has his hair is thin yet wiry.
Yeah, his hair is thin yet wiry, red but not, brown but not. I combined Anthony Bourdain and the fucker who plays Michael in The Good Place. What's that actor's name?
Television's
Ted Danson.
Television's Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Yeah, I combined TV's Ted Danson and Food's Anthony Bourdain, God rest his soul, in an AI art blender. We also did I'll post it in the Discord, which you should join later, but we also did some approximations of some of the main characters. And those are some cursed and horrible little images that you'll have to discover for yourself later on. But anyways, Mike, explain to these young men that, or this young man and his two very old friends, that he was not only fully well aware of the supernatural happenings happening in both Cabaret and the broader world, but was actively invested in finding out new information and asked some really fucking suspicious questions of our main characters, I think it's fair to say. Kevin was a big old fan of the air conditioning system in play. Vernon could not have trusted this situation even more, and Trent had one of his famous fainting spells, which left him incapacitated for the rest of the conversation.
One of his famous sweaty periods.
One of his famous, he's going through his blue sweaty period right now.
He's sort of a late bloomer in that regard.
It's not. Oh, okay.
Oh, and we should say that Ted Danson's full name is apparently Edward Bridge Danson III.
Sorry, TV's Edward Bridge Danson III, and Food's Anthony Bourdain. Sorry, Antonio. What's Anthony Bourdain's full name, real quick, Henry? Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm asking the boys in the lab. Out the window.
Anthony Michael Bourdain.
Thank you very much. We combined Anthony Michael Bourdain and Theodore, whatever the fuck, Walbert Hansen, whatever you said.
Bridges Danson III.
Can't be that. Trent out the window spied a pluming, towering inferno, quite a bit like the movie, and the boys raced off to see the apartment of friend of the stream and measly moderator Madeline Albarn was up in flames due to seemingly a below-ground explosion. Fires were fought. Magic was done by fast friends Vernon and Q, my new favorite NPC-PC combo in this fucking show. And through no, positive action of his own, Vernon discovered a strange, mysterious tunnel underground, seemingly, to his assumption, the cause of this explosion and this fire. And Henry had a rough time of it, as usual.
Don't mind me, I'm just stretching my neck out.
Mads was made aware of the spooky goings-on that have happened in not only this show, but possibly other podcasts taking place in Cabaret. I don't know. I'm not listening to them. And has become a ally of the party due to their, or more specifically an ally of Kevin and Trent's, due to their frank honesty and appreciation of her bureaucratic talents.
Their frank honesty, and quite honestly, their honest frankity.
And
Frankity.
With that, I would like to just say I apologize for not naming all of the firefighters last time, but the fire chief, his name is Frank, Honest Frankity, fire chief of
and the rest of them are all named Brent.
Or variations therein.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, people have been hounding me on Twitter recently. I've been getting like upwards of 50 DMs a minute, be telling me, "Oh, all your characters have the same name as one of your main characters. It's not great." And I ask you, how many guys named Dan do you know? How many fellas named James have you met in your life? Go to hell with that shit. This is my universe. And if I can only think of one name, then you're going to be happy with it. And as soon as my PCs give me more names, then, we'll see what happens. There's going to be a lot of Kevins coming up.
Just name NPCs.
You know what? Yeah. You can veto...
Hi.
Yeah? What's up?
I'm Estevez.
The name's Estevez, son of Brent. And I'm here to cause some damage. So it is the night of... pre-Hallows Eve, October the 30th in Cabaret, California. If you can really cast your mind back to that long ago time. The structure of this arc was really aimed for Halloween. We kind of missed the mark on that one, and I blame the weather. Madeline Albarn is trying to get some rest, covered in a blanket on Trent's couch, and the three of you are still in... Did I say Brent? I meant Trent. I'm still in Trent's kitchen, going over the events of the day and things that they've seen so far. And Vernon recently said to the party, "Well, my good fellows, I'd like to do a spot of spelunking tomorrow." That's what I think he sounds like. And I think we will return in media pheasant. And I'm gonna see if I can get this music working. Yeah, make that a lot quieter. So yeah, you boys just escaped from a fire, not, by the skin of your teeth. Kevin, you're a little bit steamed on the inside and out. Trent, you're a little bit steamed because you got to be a firefighter. And Vernon, you're probably a little banged up, but no worse for wears.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a twisted ankle. And
guess the fuck what? We're there. We're in this scene. It's about, 10 p.m.
All right, yeah. So everyone, I think it will be best if we should go explore that tunnel at some point.
The rat tunnel?
Well,
sorry,
I'm not sure it's a
sleep.
rat tunnel per se. If you're talking about the sewage treatment plant, then no, it is not in fact those rat tunnels. But the tunnel that I found beneath the building that caught on fire.
What did you say was down there again? Some big cavern or something?
There was a
Yeah.
there was a large space that seemed to have recently been like blasted out of the ground, but it looked like there was a fair bit of structural unintegrity underneath this building to begin with. I would say that like all three of you would know that Cabaret is a pretty cavernous like place underground. Like there's a lot of like there was a little bit of mining here back in the day, but it was never really like fully done. But like just from like I don't know, land surveys or accidental teleportations or late night getaways with victims of yours, you would know that there are a lot of caves beneath this fine city of yours. And Vernon saw a perfectly cylindrical, from what he could see in the moment, tunnel with a little bit of smoke coming out of it, piercing through this large cavern that you found yourself in from one end to another. And there was a lot of noise going on at the time, but there was perchance a strange whispering on the wind that has maybe caught Vernon's fancy and not been able to get out of his kind of mind. And
now, hear me out.
Yes.
A circular tunnel with smoke coming out of it.
Yes.
It sounds to me like what we saw was a cigarette.
Well, you see, it was very, very large, and it was in fact a tunnel.
So we're dealing with a large underground man with lung cancer.
Kevin, this is Madeline in the corner. Kevin, could you come here, please?
Thank you for introducing yourself. I do tend to forget names sometimes.
It's become a daily thing. Yeah, Kevin, can you come here for a second? It's a biggerette. Thank you.
Now that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Good night, guys.
That's why we're putting Madeline in charge.
Are we?
Right? I feel like we should. I mean, it seems like
I just felt like it was implied. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm in shock and going to bed.
Fair enough. I should have thought that one through.
Maybe
let's go.
Let me just search my memory for what her name was. One moment. Maybe Trudy is around.
I will say that you know one spot underground where this tunnel is accessible, which is underneath the smoldering remains of this apartment. Perhaps might be a bit hard to get into. However, last place that you knew for sure that there were tunnels, sewage treatment plant. I would say that it isn't. Did y'all hear that? Anyways, ghosts.
Oh, that was my chair.
It is not, unreasonable that you would know of other ways underground. So if any of you have like a fun idea for a spelunking location, I'm all frickin' ears. You can go check with Trudy. You can check with I don't know, anybody who knows Cabaret's underground area super well. Do you guys think this is something that you're doing like that night? Is there like a real sense of urgency to you young men, or are you looking to wait till the morning? I will say that Vernon might not be as useful to you all in the morning as he would be right now.
Yes, I would prefer to go now, but if you do have things to attend to tomorrow, then I'd be okay with putting this off. It does not seem incredibly urgent that we go spelunking just yet.
Trent, are you feeling sleepy?
I mean, I had a pretty good nap back at the office, so I'm feeling all right. I could go for a spot of spelunking. I just wouldn't know where to start.
All right, perfect.
Yes, I was thinking.
I guess we're in agreement then. We'll go now. Maybe
I'm
stop by for a snack afterwards. Or...
what were you thinking?
At the Taco Bell.
I just heard a voice saying Taco Bell, so maybe we'll go there.
I could go for some Taco Bell.
All right. How about we decide what we're gonna eat afterwards?
Yeah, we are deciding what we're gonna eat.
Already decided.
Sounds like someone doesn't want to go to Taco Bell, Vernon. Also, I will say that because it is the year 2017, currently on the menu there is the naked chicken chalupa, and I would very much appreciate if you boys picked me up one.
And thank you once again, Madeline, for establishing the current year.
Yeah, I know you forget pretty often, Kevin. But yeah, naked chicken chalupa or one of the potato wraps.
Sure. Is that like a potato wrapped in something, or is the wrap made of potato, a la the naked chicken chalupa being a sort of chicken in the shape of a shell?
Surprise me.
I think it's whatever Taco Bell gives us.
I mean, they change the menu every time you go in, right?
I'd say that's accurate.
Sure.
Sure.
I wouldn't know.
With how frequently I go, I'd say that's accurate. I don't go very frequently.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was a bit confusing.
I
But you know what?
understand.
Good. I clapped Trent on the shoulder. That was a grand joke.
Now, enough about the Taco Bell, if you will. I think this conversation has run its course into the ground, but I think we do need to be getting
Now
ourselves
the Dorito
underground.
taco shell.
Yeah, I think we should go
I
underground.
honestly think is not. It's not the best invention I've seen. It's the powder.
Can we
kind of-
propeller transition as Kevin's talking?
All right, where would you boys like to propel it? Where are you going after this?
I'm following Vernon's lead.
I think it. I think
I think we're going back to
considering
the building
is-
that burnt down, just hopping into the hole that it left, right?
But
Like
it
the
did
hole under it?
collapse into the hole, right? Like the
Yes, I
building.
think it would be good
Can we
to
not, like-
stop by there and see if there is what the situation like is there, and if it
Hmm.
is not very agreeable, then I think we had best head off to the sewage treatment plant.
That sounds
I
reasonable.
got something for this.
Sure.
I was about to ask, does Trent...
Trent has a shovel.
Oh.
Trent, we need to get you like a gun or something.
I was gonna say, Trent, are you like a rock climbing bro? Like, is that something that like Trent has spent his time doing?
I mean, Trent's a swimmer, right?
Yeah.
He's probably dabbled in rock climbing,
Swimmer
but
from Vermont.
Tremont, actually.
Tremont.
So he's probably dabbled in rock climbing, but it's not like what he's known for.
Okay, big fair. So you have a shovel, though.
Yeah, I have a shovel.
Nice. Okay, I mean, great place as any to start.
Yeah, and I'm ready to dig.
Yeah, you young man.
Oh, okay.
Are you just gonna?
Great.
You could just like walk there, I guess, if you're, or like bike / do your horrifying little run. But you, unless
And
you-
I do think we should. And this is Kevin talking to the other characters.
you don't need to
Yes,
introduce
I'm
yourself,
aware
man.
that you were talking, Kevin. Don't
Well,
need-
sometimes
Yeah,
people forget
clarify.
names, so I thought that maybe I'd like. I figured that if Mads was doing it, maybe it would be good to just.
Trend setting as always.
Mads sounds really bad.
It's been a big night for me, Kev.
I thought you
Friends.
were sleeping. Sorry, I
I'm
thought you were gonna go to sleep.
I'm trying, but now my tummy's all warmed up for this naked chicken chalupa.
Okay,
There's some
It's gonna
melatonin
be-
in the bathroom.
probably a couple of hours. So, but I do think that not to abandon my point, but I do think that we should get Trent some sort of a weapon. Do you have does Amber have like a sword or something you could borrow, or like I don't know, a gun? Does she have a gun?
You've
Not
never
that I
seen,
know.
you've never seen Amber use a gun, no.
No.
No, we've never seen her use a gun.
We've also never seen Kevin use a gun.
Do you
That's
not
true.
have any sharp knives or other pointed objects of the sorts?
I've got this, and I grab my hockey stick that's been like re-duct taped together after I like cracked it over the Vic's head.
Oh my
I feel
gosh.
like oh my god.
It's got your
I feel
friend's
like
blood on it.
I feel like you could have a better weapon, is all I'm saying. But
Yes, I think-
whatever.
I think I know how I could improve this.
Oh?
Oh.
Yes.
Can we
And
get
I
him like
wa-
a
I walk over
bulletproof
to the
vest or
kitchen,
something?
I grab a steak knife and I tape it to the hockey stick.
Oh, it's like a spear. Let's go.
Sorry. So you're taping like like a Michael Myers ass like big ol' like cutting knife, which I think that like Trent's definitely the guy for his dad gave him like a big steak knife with like a $20 bill in it, knife style for Christmas one year. Now Vernon,
Mushroom knife. He got it from his mom.
so it's tiny. Sorry, mushroom knives are so small.
No. I'm saying that's the type of present knife that he would get.
Oh, big fair. But yeah, kitchen knife.
But
You should not
yeah,
get to it.
kitchen
Are you now Vernon? I'm gonna throw you like the hugest bone here. Are you doing this in any sort of magical way? Are you just literally just taping this knife to this stick? And be honest with me.
I think I am just taking this knife to this stick.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. What's
Kevin
the?
is gonna say.
Yeah?
I have absolutely no problem with this. This seems kind of ideal from my standpoint. But I
Okay.
will say out of character that this seems like an impossible weapon to conceal. I think you're gonna get a
Yeah.
weapon at some point.
Trent, what are the stats on your hockey stick?
Oh god. 2 harm, hand, messy.
I was gonna add messy to it. I would like you to add 1 harm, but add the unstable tag to that, please, Trent.
Oh, sorry. It's 2 harm, hand, innocuous, messy. So I get rid of innocuous.
Remove innocuous. Add unstable. Yeah. You know what? Actually, this is going to be. I think there's a tag. Just do obvious. Could you add the obvious tag, please? Because my God.
Also, I could just like untape it, and it goes back to being.
And then you just have a knife and a hockey stick.
The hockey stick.
Yeah. But for now,
how many harm? Add 1 harm.
Add 1 harm to it. Yes.
Okay.
No, if he detaches it and reattaches it, and he hasn't like stopped to get more tape, or is he gonna have to roll to see if the duct tape is still sticky enough to support the knife?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. Also, it's like probably like hockey tape, right?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
So it's like
How
that's.
about this? And then I grab like the roll of tape, the knife, and I put them in a bag that I put over my shoulder with just the hockey stick.
So you untape the knife from the stick and put them both in your. Okay, very cool. So now you've got a knife in your bag, which I'll get the stats for if you need to use it. It'll probably.
I probably
be,
won't. Like,
yeah. If it comes up, yeah. Is there anything else?
I think this is a temporary solution. We should get you a decent weapon at some point, but yes, I think this should suffice for now.
And Vernon, you have what, 3 weapons?
Yeah.
Just 6. Cool. Just confirming. Now,
would you say the shovel is the same as the hockey stick?
Yeah,
but
yeah. Honestly,
it makes sense. 2 harm, hand, innocuous, messy.
Yeah. Them both have. I feel like they should both have not hand. But anyways, that's just something for me. I gotta remember to stop tabbing out because it makes you guys turn into little JPEGs and ghosts. We are going to hop on over to. Oh gosh, do I have a fucking scene that would work for this? Last time I just used a big fire for what the. Why did the screen? Oh, Streamlabs is really getting my goat today. You guys, I'm guessing just little late night bike. No need to spend money on this. You bike / sprint over to this fucking. Give me a good placeholder image. I'm just gonna use the fire image again because it's still smoldering. It's been like probably an hour and a half or so since you were here beforehand. And there are no more people here. It's kind of like a dead, smoldering spot. There is, a lot of stuff, like, just kind of on the ground, just that was thrown out of the upstairs windows. The building has pretty much collapsed in on itself. The lower, it was like a 5-6-story building, if that, and the lower 3 stories are just rubble, and the top is still relatively intact, but it is also about a story or so below ground level. It's all kind of collapsed into this large space underneath, and it's just a big old mess of just burnt wood and blown out glass. It's now all pretty wet from them watering the fire. That fighting it would maybe be the word there. And from just right at the front, no immediate crazy visible way underground, but hey, maybe some of those dice my way and we'll see if the tune changes. Maybe grease my palm with some big numbers.
Yeah, I gotta get my dice.
Wow,
Right back.
unprofessional.
I'd like to find a good area and start digging.
Digging
And here they are.
Digging
for. Well, you said it's caved in, right?
Yeah, but it's caved in concrete.
I guess. I thought there would have been a layer of dirt underneath.
How about
from where they had fallen in before,
Oh, big fair. Okay. Roll me. I mean, you can just start digging for sure. Yeah, you start clearing stuff away. See if you find some stuff. What do we call that?
I mean, what's that one that gives you the option of what's the best way in?
Oh,
What's the best way
read
out?
a bad situation under shared. And we'll call you digging that. For a second, I thought
Yeah.
Henry was wearing cat ear headphones.
Oh, it does look like that.
While the boy is rolling his dice and digging, what are you ghoul and good doing?
I'm just trying to figure out if there's like
Four.
a move that I have that could help this, but I don't know if there really is.
I mean,
Aside from like let me see if I can find the hunter reference.
to
sheet
be
here.
fair, you do have a new move, right?
Oh, I do have a new move. Yeah, I'm gonna use my new move.
I think the new move which would be perfect for this. Trent, you really do start digging, and you like hit like a really nice area of dirt. I will say that you like start feeling some like shifting underneath you, and like a further couple rooms in the building fully just collapse in on themselves. And you hear a lot of breaking glass from that one.
I don't think I ever talked about this on
You
stream
did not
because we were
know.
doing stuff. So I have a new move. I took a move from I leveled up last session.
From how you almost killing that guy.
Yeah, yes, that is correct. I took a move, from the mundane playbook, which is a move called Oops.
For those of you not in the know, the Mundane is a playbook playing off of archetypes like very specifically like Xander and Buffy or any like normal person in this type of show. A lot of their moves are like based around other hunters, like them getting into dangerous situations for the good of the plot, and the other hunters like saving them. Real damsel in distress shit. Like mechanically, super fun, but also can really make you feel like a punching bag. I believe like the image for that class is like a guy with a sharpened plunger as a stake. It's good shit. But tell us about Oops, Henry.
So let me just pull it up here. It wasn't on my floor. That was unrelated. Oops. If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. There's no like restrictions on how often I can use it, but I'll be reasonable with it and say like I'm not like stumbling across something every 5 minutes.
So what's Kevin doing?
Kevin's just poking. I'm gonna say that it's like nighttime, right? There's nobody around.
Yep. Like it's pretty
gonna...
close to midnight, and Cabaret is like it is like a 24-hour town, but that doesn't mean that there's like shit tons of people in the street at all hours of the day. It's still a pretty small town.
I'm gonna be Kevin's gonna have armor equipped, and just sort of poking around the rubble with my trident, seeing if I can sort of use it as a shovel/pitchfork.
More of a pitchfork, right?
Definitely more of a pitchfork, but I guess for if I'm shoveling cement, I guess.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Kevin, you start like digging around in like you're like getting further into like the actual kind of like more building-y area, and you push some boards aside, and a plume of smoke starts coming out from the ground there. And it's probably pretty alarming at first. It's not like a ton of smoke billowing out, but there is a pretty steady amount of smoke just kind of coming from this little like crack in the ground. And as you look, you see it like the foundation of the building had like shifted in a certain way that created this like not huge, but like pretty straight down like crack where you can see into this larger spot below, which is kind of like if this was Outer Wilds and you shot your scout here, it would say structural integrity 60%.
Okay.
Upon noticing this, I'm gonna head over to Kevin, and I'm going to gonna place my hands down on this this crack, and I'm gonna try to use some magic, try to shape it into something a little more usable for us.
So you're using your magic to shape this crack.
Yeah.
This is a smart show. Roll weird, my good bitch. And I will say, do you think you would have justifiably had any blood since our last foray into this this situation?
Likely not.
Very fair. I'd say that your hip flask is probably empty. So I'm gonna still have you have a little -1 on that roll.
All right, that is a 5 plus 3 then, an 8.
Okay. Okay. So you're trying to do something beyond human ability, right? By moving this.
Yes.
What does this look like? Like how are you doing this magic? And then we can maybe talk about the blowbacks here.
Ooh, yes. I think I'm kind of crouched down on the ground. I've got my hands kind of just like pressed up against the sort of very, very animal-like. I'm sort of just. It almost looks like I'm sort of using my limbs to sort of like tear the concrete.
Like someone with those claws for pulling pork much more easier. For sure, I get it. So as you see your night manager just back arched, really just kind of like digging into this ground, you hear a very loud shift from the earth underneath you, as there is like a slight hum in the air. And Vernon, you're feeling not like drained from this, but like you are feeling those pangs of hunger and drawn out, and you, for just a second, you smell an intense whiff of blood on the air. And you two see Vernon snap his neck to the right and is looking off into an alleyway, seemingly at nothing. But there is now a, Alice in Wonderland down the rabbit hole, path that you could tumble your way down, or so unbelievably carefully climb down if you're really feeling it. I will say that Amber's Jeep very reasonably would have some rope on it, so if you wanted to say that you just had the Jeep with the winch, that's super fair that you could have driven it here. Because, if you knew you were possibly going spelunking. What are the three of you doing?
Well, excuse me, if you don't mind, everyone, I'm just gonna head off for a quick moment. I gotta get some preparations done before I go spelunking. Now, it won't be longer than a minute or two.
A minute or two?
I'll bring the Jeep around.
Sure.
Set up the rope.
God, I get to go drive my girlfriend's car. Hell yeah.
You go spelunking with my 2 managers.
Vernon, you okay, we don't need to do a fucking scene for Trent, I don't think. Except Trent, feeling pretty anxious, just a little bit. Strange. Just, you're feeling a little bit of that, maybe for a second, the other two, you see a little bit of that red around Trent that you've seen a couple times before now. All I'm saying, Kevin, you're just kind of, I don't know, chilling there, smoking a ciggy, chuffing a fat dart. I don't know if that's what you do. But Vernon, you're heading over to this alleyway, and you just smell, again, just like the faintest twinge of iron. You think that someone definitely died here, possibly tonight. And you have your hackles are raising. You're feeling, if you had goose flesh, then your flesh would be goosed. And you feel a pretty strong sense of being watched, again, just for a moment, and then it is fleeting, and then it is gone. And you, to your knowledge, again, you don't have any concrete evidence, are alone in this alleyway.
All right. Yes, I wanna look around and see if I can sniff out where the source is coming from.
Kind of reading a bad situation a little bit.
Yes, I also do want to make sure that no one's followed me in here.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I would call that read a bad.
All right. Ooh, that's 11 minus 1.
Oh,
10.
Gosh, so that's what, hold 3. Do you have the questions up in front of you, or do you want me to pull them up?
I should have them in front of me. Aha, yes. Read a bad situation. Ooh, yes. Are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
This is a pretty narrow alleyway, as a lot of them are in this part of town. And you are kind of closed in on 2 sides by brick walls. This is a brick core era of area within Cabaret. And on the rooftop above you, again, it's like you just suddenly get this sudden whiff of this. You look up and you see that there is a figure that jumps from one rooftop to another rooftop. You see a very quick glint of perhaps metal, and maybe a shine and a smell of blood and of leather. as this figure just bolts from one roof to another, and again, seemingly is lost. But that is like a danger that you maybe had missed beforehand a little bit.
Yes, that is, Let's see here. What's my best way in?
What's your best way in? You reckon that there's on the other side of this alleyway, there's likely going to be a fire escape that it would be a bit of a jump, but you could easily or I don't know about easily, but you could attempt to get up to one of these rooftops more quickly that way than going into one of these buildings, I'd say.
All right. And what's most vulnerable to me is my third and final question.
While there is still a strong smell of smoke on the air, and you're kind of getting all turned around by this smell of blood, you get suddenly cutting through this good God, this again, this pungent ashen smell coming from this building to the left of you. There is a dumpster in this alleyway, and suddenly something smells very, very good inside this dumpster. And you could, now you must have been imagining it, but it was it was almost as if there was a faint movement in the shadows near this dumpster as you were first entering this alleyway, which was then quickly followed by the one just overhead. But this dumpster is smelling quite lovely to you, Vernon. And you do smell that strong pang of blood and something else that you can't quite put your finger on, and that's saying something because you got quite the finger and quite the nose.
Yes, I'm very hungry, but I'm also incredibly suspicious of this dumpster right now.
Me, whenever I see a pizza in a dumpster.
I will. I'm going to make my way over to the dumpster.
It's just your classic bifold two-top lever suspended bin. Something that you are not only more than used to, but more than capable of opening yourself.
All right, well, I'm gonna open her up.
Inside, you see two mutilated bodies and one less so mutilated body. Two of them are pretty heavily burned, and you assume there were two people fleeing from this building just over there. The two that are mutilated have both been drained of their blood, Vernon, but a third one seemingly has not been yet.
Interesting. Well, I think I know who may be behind these. And I'm feeling a little hungry. I'm gonna pull up the third body, or try to pull it up slightly from the dumpster. And I want to try to see if I can get a sense if there's anything off about it.
Yeah, incredibly fair. I will say that this is something that you are like pretty naturally good at. None of the questions for either like read a bad situation or whatever the fuck would really be super applicable to this, I'd say, unless you just want to would just straight up ask like what dangers haven't I noticed yet. But how about you just roll straight up sharp for your olfactory senses on this one.
Sounds good.
And if you were thinking about taking that -1, do not, because I would say that this is something that like you are very keen and ready to do in this situation.
All right, that is an 8.
An 8. Okay. It smells very familiar. And it smells very good, but not in a way that blood normally does. But it is very hard for you to, again, put your finger on where you have smelled this before. It is just certainly very potently positive, but very... there's a smell that is overwhelming the blood here. And again, it's not, you can't quite put your finger on it. You don't believe, it doesn't smell like you've, like vampire's blood, for instance, is in high enough doses, not fatal to vampires, but pretty damaging for them to drink. That is not what is happening here. This person seems perfectly normally human. They just have something else going on in their, circulatory system.
Interesting. I'll take a slurp. Let's see if it has maybe some of that Yinzer flavoring to it.
Have you taken any damage today, Vernon?
I took 1 harm.
I would like you to heal that 1 harm. And Vernon, you feel energized and like just like fully raring to go. There is a pep in your step, and you just feel pretty fucking great, man. And it is a feeling that you have been getting kind of used to recently, I will say. And there's a syrupiness to the blood. There is a sweet, pungent, almost fermented quality to it that sits with you just lovely. Just something nice.
Ooh, some quality blood.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna close up the dumpster and I'm gonna run back
Just
over.
Leave the body in there. Absolutely. You and you come back and you see Trent is currently backing up the Jeep. Or I guess the winch is on the front. Is currently driving the Jeep towards this hole. Is Kevin spotting for him, doing like the...
Yeah. Well, I don't know how helpful Kevin would be.
Well, he's very reflective is the thing, so it's really just nice for, like, knowing where the headlights are going to be bouncing off is, like, the main thing with that one.
Right.
Yeah, you got this winch, you got this hole. Are you, entering this hole?
I mean, I vote we tie me to the rope and sort of lower me down in there.
I mean...
Couldn't we also just lower the rope down and then climb down?
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
We could, but, like, why?
I mean, we could lower him down on the rope and then we could climb down.
Yeah.
Sure, Kevin.
And, you know, I can just come back up if I'm
Front uses
feeling,
his sailor skills to tie Kevin as firmly as possible.
And,
I was just gonna hook it onto my belt loop, but that's pretty good.
No, I'm tying you with the rope.
And Kevin uses his rope bunny skills to be very efficiently tied up, for sure. Yeah, you activate the winch, start lowering him down. It's not the strongest winch in the world, but I feel like Kevin's also not the heaviest thing in existence. So, without any...
I don't know if we've ever... I think...
Oh yeah, we did before establish that you're like too heavy. Like you're like really you're like water dense.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if we canonically established that I was like lighter than I should be or not. But yeah, no, you're right.
Water is.
I think I'm canonically
less
about
dense
as
than
heavy
blood.
as a human would be if filled with
If-
water. So like, not like heavier than like a person could be, but like heavier than I should be for my size, I guess.
And like there might be more water in you than blood in a normal human, right? Like by like probably a fair margin. Also, fish have come out of you before, so we really don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
I like
And
the idea.
sand.
I like the idea of Kevin weighing the same as his fish form.
So like literally nothing. It's like
Yeah.
not
But
not.
once again, we have canonically established.
Yeah.
We have canonically established that Kevin is.
Yeah, Kevin's Kevin's heaven accent really likes
200.
it really shows up when he's in times of stress. He's lowered down. Kevin, you are you're getting a little bit of smoke in your eyes, and it's like not a huge passageway that Vern made, but it is. You're lowered down into it. The winch straining every once in a while as Kevin's weight shifts in and out of this temporal space. And you reach the bottom of this kind of passageway, and you're in this large, blown-out cave, now mainly filled with the foundations of the building above it. You can see that what looks like, oh my god, a gas line that was what exploded down here. There are, like, pipes and shit fucking everywhere. It does look like there was a, blast. And more of that smoke is coming from another kind of couple of cracks leading towards what appears to be a tunnel, but there's a fair bit of shit in the way. I will say that you're about 40 feet down.
Okay. Have I, like... Am I currently still like hung off of this rope, or have I actually touched down?
You've landed on, like, it's not the solidest of ground in the world, but you've landed on the kind of bottom of this partially caved in, expanded crack.
Okay. Can I see anything? Like, I mean, is there any sort of a light source down here, or is it just? I'm assuming it's just dark.
I'm gonna be real, man. The biggest light source down here is probably you.
Right.
Like, I think it would be super fair. So I'm just gonna turn up my music because there's music playing in my kitchen again. Ghosts.
I would say if Kevin gives off light, it would be dim enough that it would have to be very dark for it to be like noticeable?
I mean, there is like light from the street lamp above, but that's going to be about
Right.
it down here. If you want to like choose to emit more light right now, I think that would be super like super fair. I don't even think if I would.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry, how long does it take us to rappel down?
Probably about a minute. Or wait, are you guys climbing down after him?
I was assuming so, yeah.
Oh, Trent, I would recommend bringing a flashlight if you.
Yeah, it's in my bag. I was gonna go down and.
Yeah, you got your your hockey bag for sure. I'm gonna say roll me a act under pressure because this is something that you could fail and like not do great
Yeah.
on.
That is holy. It's a 12 total.
Damn, this homie's not even using the rope. Like, like you're just like doing some like free solo bullshit, like going from rock to rock, and you land next to this dude. And you got a 12.
Yeah.
Using your you have your shovel with you, I'm sure. And you put it down.
Shovel Knight style.
You land Shovel Knight style. You kill Kevin. Yeah. You're like, damn, this place looks pretty cool. And you like kick like a wooden board, and it exposes more of this supposed tunnel. That's just how much of a Chad you feel like right now. Vern, you want to climb down?
Yes, I'm gonna. Yes, climb down.
Give me an act of pressure.
Also, I'm at the bottom, just in, like spotting him in case
That
he
is
messes up.
a 7, the average roll.
You get a little bashed up on the way down. You get a little scratched up, but like nothing an immortal man like you wouldn't, mess with. I will say that, oh, you do shed blood. I will say you are bleeding a little bit. Vampires bleed pretty thick. I will say, your blood is kind of cakey, but you have shed some down here. Just
Like
so you guys know.
Batter?
Kind of like a batter, yeah, or like kind of like a gack.
Well, it appears I've scraped my knee.
He's kind of filled with Weezer branded green slime.
He's filled with muke.
But yeah, you guys are at the bottom of this pit, and I will say that you hear something in the distance. It's incredibly far away, and it's incredibly echoey, and there is a lot of rubble in between you and this passageway, like I was saying. But there's the smoke in the air, and there is just something kind of bouncing around your head right now. There's just like little bits of sounds here and there. I will say, do any of you think that your character is particularly claustrophobic? I don't know if, like, Vernon, you spent a lot of your time in caves.
Vernon's definitely
Trent's
not
like a super outgoing guy, and Kevin, like, you are also like big, you've seen a lot of shit, you've been around. You're all feeling the closeness down here, though. Like, it is, like, it's not overwhelming or even necessarily uncomfortable, but it is very noticeably... The space is filled with, both stuff and also tension. Sexual or otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, alright. I guess onwards and forwards.
You're really making a mess of things today, Henry.
Yeah. Trying to turn my phone's notifications off, and I just knocked it off my desk. Okay.
I will say, if you guys just want to, like, pretty carefully clear the rubble away, probably wouldn't take too long. If any of you want to expedite the process, like, it could be more dangerous, but yeah.
Sorry, Trent doesn't have flashlights. He has headlamps.
Wow. So
Definitely what Trent has.
yeah, for like weird walks late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the early mornings in Cabaret when he's riding to Commander and Cheers.
Oh, beautiful for like a night shift. I will say that Vern, you've got like pretty decent like night vision. Like you are a terrifying. His eyes are like shining so fucking much. Like every time you look past him, like. Kev, I'm gonna say that you are used to like the darkness at the depth of the ocean, so it's not too bad. But our little ham man is he needs a little bit of extra oomph. You guys are clearing away this rubble, and you see like just kind of going off, maybe not forever, but for a long ways, a perfectly round, almost glassy, cylindrical tunnel just going off. Just straightforward, and possibly a little bit down. Hard to tell, really. There is a small trickle of smoke at the top of this cave, just kind of very slowly, just kind of pushing its way out past you guys. Seemingly, this was the smoke that you saw earlier. And there is a bit of a warm breeze coming from down this pipe.
See, Kevin, this is not a cigarette, and is in fact a tunnel.
Well, could still be a biggerette.
Now you're just stealing from Mads.
Don't even know what that means, but
Come on.
sure.
I still think.
I will say that it's a lot less fucking putrid than this one that's going to be appearing on screen, but this is just the image that I have for reference right now. It is again like very, very, very well-rounded and well-cut, and you are hearing this very distant noise coming from and echoing strangely, making it pretty incomprehensible from down this pipe.
Now, I will say, if an ant crawled into a cigarette, it might see it as a tunnel, but it would still be a cigarette. Thoughts?
Are you suggesting this is a very large cigarette? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, not even suggesting. I outright said that like 3 times.
Oh, that's why it was called a biggerette, because it's
He's getting it.
a large
Yeah.
cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. How about we go explore it now?
Very
You
well.
guys have any idea what could have made this hole? It's so cleanly shapen. Like there's no disturbances in like the walls. I'm assuming.
Worm, ghost, Vernon.
Are you looking for now
I'm
write
looking
down
for like flaws.
sorry, write down worm ghost because that's good. We should return to that later. For surf and turf worm ghost. You do see like some cracks and bumps and like some of them getting quite large as you're kind of starting to like move your way into the entrance of this tunnel, and it looks like they've been like grouted over with it. Like, it almost looks like glass. It's very smooth. It is pretty clear. And as you trace one down the wall towards the bottom, you see that there is a thin trickle of very, very fine sand at the base of this tunnel, which is also kind of being blown along by the same pretty persistent, if not incredibly strong, breeze that is pushing this smoke along.
Has it gotten any hotter in here since we've been down here?
It's warmer. It's warmer than it was up there. Like it's it's like a warm breeze coming from this the other like the further of this tunnel.
So, theory crafting, guys. I'm worried that some sort of hot tunnel making fire thing is happening. You know, it's
Do you
sort
think
of
it's
like
a volcano?
It sounds like you're describing your girlfriend.
And from behind the no.
She's fiery in a way, but not like this. It's almost like they've burned the tunnel through, and like these like the glass is kind of like what's left over.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's just a hypothesis.
I think that's a very, very good consideration. Yes, since glass is.
And I'm
No.
worried if they'd come
Man.
back through the same way, if it's getting
Mm.
hotter.
Yes,
Well.
that might be an issue. I mean, it is. I think we are in an inherently dangerous position right now.
Like I'm sort of imagining like a metro situation where the train is like coming around, and like obviously the train doesn't bore a hole, but imagine the train bore the hole.
Fucking imagine. Imagine your commute, man. I will say that it has not gotten the sounds have not gotten any louder since you've been
Yeah.
like standing here.
So I think for now it would be okay to poke our heads and have a look around, and if it gets too much, then I think we can always try to head back.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you can always check it out and see what happens.
So you boys are heading your way further down this tunnel. you are getting more of that like strong like building smell of smoke as you're going through. Visibility is still fine, but you know there's not the most like clear air. Like I would say that like Trent, you're starting to feel it a little bit.
I was gonna say Trent puts on a bandana that he brought with him.
Lovely. What color?
In his bag. Red plaid.
Oh, lovely. Canadian special from our little guy. Yeah.
His parents brought it back from Canada when they went to Vancouver.
Oh wow, yeah. To try that poutine I've heard so much about. Do you know it doesn't snow there all year?
That's crazy.
I assumed. Yeah. So Trent ties a bandana to his face, and it's a good look, and we won't worry.
It feels a lot better.
Feels a lot better. Yeah, you're breathing fine. That's a very fair extraction of this information. Vernon, I will say that you aren't like the best suited to. You know, actually, fuck it. You're pretty much cold-blooded. You're actually probably liking this quite a bit. You're like sitting on like a nice suntanning rock. All three of you are still feeling that kind of like closeness, like in this, like it's not like I will say that like it is about 10 feet in diameter. So like you're not like bumping your heads or anything. This is like a pretty big spot. Maybe 10 to 12 feet in diameter, I'd say. You know, you guys don't have a tape measure on you. But you got about that. But there's still this closeness in the air, and maybe it's like, let's say like 10 minutes in, if you would still be, you know, like walking after that long. Trent, you maybe feel someone like brushing past you. It's like it's like someone was like quite a bit like that. They like bump into your shoulder. And in the midst of this very warm air, Vernon, you walk through, again, maybe after another like few minutes or so, you walk through a particularly cold patch of the air. And
one of you just bump into me?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, not me.
Weird.
And Kevin, you're getting this familiar feeling. You have been around the dead many, many times. You have, you know, shepherded them on occasion. You've caused them to be so on many, many, many separate occasions. And you are feeling a pretty strong call of energy down here. You're feeling this palpable kind of almost like electricity in the air, in the way that every book describes it, but few people have actually ever really like felt. You feel the calm before the storm, Kevin. What does that mean? You feel it.
It seems like get a bit of a vibe. Definitely seems like it could be, you know, ghost or ghost adjacent, or like, you know.
So we're on Ghost Worm.
I think we're still on Ghost Worm. I can't think of anything else, and like Vernon, you know, feel free to cut in here, but I can't think of anything else that would adequately describe the situation.
Kind of a ghost worm thing.
Yeah,
I cannot either. Definitely ghosty.
Definitely.
Maybe
wormy.
worm-like.
Sorry, Vern.
Oh, what's up, Trent?
I don't really know how ghosts kind of work, but just from like, you know, movies and stuff, is there like their peace being disrupted? Like, why is there suddenly like a spike in ghost activity with the bus and this tunnel apparently?
Yeah, Vernon, why is that?
Do you guys think there's some sort of again, I don't really know.
That's a very good question, and one that
you have you're really mulling it over, and then you remember, Vernon. I will say that you're one that like has definitely like you're the type of guy to any town that you live in, you get to know the local kind of body of ghosts. And you tell Trent, and Kevin occasionally chimes in with a few angelic comments. And, you know, always feel free with the angelic and cupidic comments there, Henry. Ghosts are the kind of imprint, maybe like kind of a thumbprint of people on this plane or world. Sometimes it's due to unfinished business. Sometimes it's just like kind of freaks of luck. Sometimes it's sheer bureaucracy of them not being processed by heaven or hell. Because there's a very great number of people, dying and being born. And on top of that, all the fucking beetles dying and being born every minute. That it takes a lot out of the dual abysses. Yeah, Paul keeps fucking coming back, and we've tried to tell him.
It's absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Also,
well, yeah.
Are there people who just choose to become ghosts? Like,
absolutely. I think that either through magic
like,
within their life, or you could be presented with an angel or a demon, and just there are people who have the means or the willpower to simply opt out of the kind of cycle of life and whatever comes next. Precisely like the funny Neil deGrasse Tyson "we got a badass over here" meme.
That's kind of the vibe that Shelley gives to me, at least.
Yeah, Shelley was, you don't know a ton about her life, Vernon. You know that she was struck by a car, just before she died. It would make sense, wouldn't it? And she just kind of stayed.
Cause of death unknown, though.
Yeah, she disappeared shortly after. But she seemingly stuck around. Again, you've not seen her recently. Kevin, you know that ghosts and any other kind of humans are, they've got an energy to them, which doesn't necessarily die after they do. There are situations where it can. And it can either be trapped in the depths of hell for all eternity or for long periods of time. It can be transferred or captured by agents on the mortal realm, or it can be guided back to the cool waters of the deep, where it is reshaped and reformed into new life. And ghosts are beings either separate from or in the midst of being caught up in that process.
Right.
That's ghosts,
I will also
baby.
say, I feel like Vic's soul, as it were, probably just doesn't exist anymore, right? Is that fair to say?
It would be fair to say that much would have been either consumed or changed irrevocably by the Crown, and his kind of participation with the Crown and the stuff that was going on in the Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was wondering if this influx of ghosts was perhaps due to the actions of Vic, but I really don't think it is. That bus driver ghost. I suppose most of Vic's victims were mostly of the monstrous kind.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if you want to rule anything out yet. And you hear this voice.
The rat guy back?
The rat guy is back. You look behind you, sharply. I would say probably Trent. Not a big fan of this guy's voice. And you see,
I whip my hockey stick around.
Particularly, he's at the far end of this tunnel, just kind of looking at you guys, and he's just sitting there on the ground. He's like, "Isn't it funny how you always run into friends on your commute?"
Hey, the rat's back.
Hi, Kevin.
Guys.
Hello, backstabber.
Oh, that's right. That was his name.
That's my name.
Still is.
I have work in the morning. I should really, get to bed.
You'll have to come this way to leave the tunnel. You'll have to come back. You'll come past me, my guy.
Now, I will say,
Okay.
I'd just like to remind everyone that Backstabber did prove to be trustworthy.
Yep.
Incorrect.
At least so far.
Vernon,
Why would you ever trust a rat?
Vernon, did you enjoy your dinner?
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
What's up?
We were gonna go to Taco Bell after.
Vernon.
We're still gonna go to Taco Bell. Hey, hey, Trent.
I'm not a big
I take
fast
Trent's hand. Trent, we're still gonna go to Taco Bell.
Okay.
I personally like the naked chicken chalupa.
It's all the rage.
Don't care
these
what
days.
you like, backstabber.
Rude.
You know what, guys? You know what? Never mind.
No, this is a safe spot. You can speak up, my friend.
I fear
Don't give him
the
anything.
naked chicken chalupa will be
Okay.
removed from the menu in future.
Don't
I can't
say
give it
that!
Vision.
I have, hot flashes sometimes of prophecy.
He has to take a mental pause to really. Thanks.
Well,
man.
that
That's
sounds
pretty good.
like such a Tragedy.
But yeah, what brought you guys to this new tube? I thought you were all about that last one with all the stuff that you left there, the runes,
The last one was nice.
the DNA.
I mean, it wasn't great, but it was very nice. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, you should come back anytime.
Hey, I gotta ask, is this like a new tube or?
This is a new tube. This actually
Oh.
fucked with my tube. They
I'm sorry to hear that.
it was less than ideal.
It
yeah.
fucked with our friend's tube too.
Oh.
If you want to call the building a tube.
Yes, Madeline was quite off-put by that, was she not?
Do you know her?
I know her.
I'm back to not trusting Backstabber, guys. I gotta say.
Yeah, what's the move? What's the move, team? Where are we going after this one? Further down the tube towards the mysterious heat and the smoke and the sand? Did you guys catch the glass thing? Took me a while to figure that one out.
Yes, we did in fact. Yes, we are. This is our first time in the tube, and yes, we are trying to get to the end of it.
Ah, look at that. We're tunnel buddies, popping our cherries together down here.
I
you
wanna
know what,
tune in to
Backstabber, I think I
Backstabber.
like you best when you keep the talking to a minimum, and I can't believe I don't mean to be rude. I really I do appreciate you having us once again in your old tube. I'm sorry about your new tube, or your regular. Sorry about the new tube hitting your old tube.
Does this guy ever kind of make sense?
I'd like to tune in to Backstabber.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Read us tune in.
You can attune your mind to a monster or minion. Roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 9, hold 1. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Questions
Okay.
and such.
Roll plus weird, Trent.
It's a 7.
Could be worse.
It's just barely. On a 7
Trent.
and 9, hold 1. I think, well, like, hearing him
Yeah, no, I just...
say that he knew what was happening, kind of like, is definitely a trigger for Trent.
Yeah, you know what? Hit me with that one. I will say that you look this guy in the eyes, and he's looking just like right back. Also, he's a rat, so he's looking like really kind of like off to the side. Keeps like shifting his vision. Yeah. You get this just kind of suddenly, the air around you guys stills a little bit. The smoke stops flowing for a second, the sand stops flowing for a little bit, and Trent, your like internal body temperature goes down. You are no longer like feeling flushed in here. You are now feeling you're getting the chills a little bit from standing in here. Kevin, can the both of you two roll weird for me, but don't just tell me the outcomes maybe in chat. And Trent, ask me your question.
Oof.
And just
Trying to...
and like, what is this feeling like for Trent? Like you have made a pretty direct contact with this other person's brain.
Yeah. I would say that for Trent, like, upon hearing that Backstabber had information, just kind of instinctively started the process.
Yeah.
But, like, as he was feeling it out, definitely consciously kind of took over and, like, sort of knew that he was tapping into Backstabber but didn't know how.
And maybe
So
it
weird.
being a conscious thing is what kind of limited that power a little bit. Like you kind of like, oh no, you're shaky on the handlebars when if you didn't know that the training wheels weren't there, it would have been fine. That type of vibe. What question you asking this little bad boy?
Can I consult with the other two?
I mean, yeah, like, you can just, like, you don't have to, like, ask it right away, so you can you could just, like, you're still in that scene. Backstabber is just, like, he is not, he was kind of shut up by this a little bit, but he's looking at you very intently, Trent, and he's just kind of, like, he's doing his little, like, kind of smell in the air a little bit.
Now, Backstabber, as a,
Yes?
as a man of business, I must ask you, have you been dealing with any business recently? Have you been perhaps
maybe
selling some information?
Oh gosh, I don't know about selling, Vernon. I've certainly been dealing with certain less than reputable characters around town. I'm sure I don't need to say who. Like, come on, right? Like, it's like, come on, man. You gotta. Big guy, he's a vampire. You know him?
Yes. Darren.
You know, I don't think I knew his name. I did know his name. Yeah, but we've been chatting. Lovely little guy.
I'd hardly call him little, but
He is a big boy. Lovely big boy. For those of you who don't know who Backstabber is, watch Surf and Turf Open Season. He's a rat and he sucks.
he's the greatest character.
While we're still like linked in this linked state, I'm gonna walk over to the wall and like find like a piece of glass and basically just gonna try and attract his attention to the glass, either by like snapping it to make a noise or something. I just want his attention on like the glass of the walls.
He darts his eyes to it.
And as he like looks at the glass, I want to ask the question: what does it regard as the biggest threat?
Interesting. Ooh. I mean, it's you, Trent. You are like kind of delving into this dude's brain, trying to figure out what it is most worried about in this scenario, and you see if for anyone in the chat who's ever had intrusive thoughts, you know when sometimes you just get like a fun little flash of like sensation or kind of imagery in your head, so you get like an olfactory kind of pang of you dying. And it seems that Backstabber's big worry in the situation is your safety, Trent.
Oh. Another one to add to the harem! No.
You say that out loud, apropos of nothing.
Horrible thing to say there, Trent.
Oh,
Although,
there's no way he says that out loud.
I'm glad that you noticed that I cared.
Just... Trent is like so taken aback. he's like collapsed into the wall, just like, what?
Are you okay?
What's going
John?
on? What's going on, kid? You got rat got your tongue.
I think there's just another headache coming on.
Gotta be, right?
It's all take a couple Advil.
Might be all the CO2. Oh yeah, is that also in your fucking Trent hockey bag, my guy?
Yeah,
Batman style. Oh, I believe it.
All right, should we? Maybe we should get going now.
You're
Are we
doing
going a little bit
Smokewards, or
more?
are we going surfacewards? I guess we should press on, or...
I was thinking downwards.
Alright. After you,
Onward.
I guess.
Downwards and onwards.
Have fun. Nice seeing you guys. I was just checking in. I was in the neighborhood. I'm actually going. I'm going back this way. Yeah. Anything you guys need me to get topside? Anything you need me to do? You know. I'm still very open to handshake deals. You know.
All right.
I mean, I will say, if one doesn't want to be rude, and just pry for information in a friend's little noggin, one could simply ask a good old pal if he knew anything about the situation or other situations around, someone as well connected as I.
Yes, that's precisely what I was wondering. Backstabber,
Hit me with it.
what exactly is Darren up to?
Darren, I think... Now, it's hard to read you non-emotional, or I say beating heart types. And don't get me wrong, you're a heartthrob unto your own there, Vernon. But I think Darren wants... I mean, broadly speaking, power, destruction in this town. But I think he wants to one-up you. I think he wants to do what you've done better. He sees himself as something of a usurper to grander vampiric heights. So I believe that there are certain vampires that are key to certain political ties that he would rather have either subservient to him or dead. So I believe he's going to be taking some trips to Europe in the not too distant future. Yeah, that's a freebie for you. That's one just for you, my good man, because you have done plenty of good for me. I will say you've been very, very useful to me, Vernon.
Oh, why? Thank you, Backstabber.
Mm-hmm. And I keep my friends well fed and well watered. Something funny, Kev?
Sorry, I was just thinking of like a Garfield that I was reading earlier.
Oh, that's the guy I know. Now, if you guys,
All right.
I'm a busy man. I can just go.
All right. Yes. Now, final thing, Backstabber.
Oh, please.
We've been kind of meandering around it. Do you know what exactly is at the end of this tunnel?
Yes, I do. Good night. He starts walking off in the other direction, pretty leisurely, on all fours.
All right.
Could you at least tell us what it is? I was wondering, could you please tell us what is at the end of that tunnel?
Oh, there's fire there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Should we leave then, or?
Interesting.
All right. Bye, Backstabber.
Nice seeing you. I've lost my voice. nice seeing you, boys.
Well, take care, Backstabber.
Onward and downward.
I think so. Yes.
The smoke is getting thicker. The sand under tow has continued to flow, and you are getting more clarity in the sounds you're hearing in the distance. You are hearing rhythmic banging at a pretty consistent beat, kind of cracking away. The occasional small sound of explosions, like maybe every 5-10 minutes or so, will blast through this area, and you are getting it's what could be very generously described as singing in the far distance. It is certainly on a rhythm. It is certainly on some form of tune. It is very hard to make out anything much more concrete than that. Oh, Vernon, what did you get for the weird roll from earlier? I forgot to ask.
Oh, I didn't roll for that. Well, I have rolled. Would you like to know?
Yes, please.
Out loud?
Yes.
All right. Well, I just rolled a 3.
Good God. So both of you failed.
Oh, I mark experience.
Both of you mark experience. I will say both of you.
Yeah, I got experience.
Good God, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh man, that was weird, huh?
3 plus 3, 6.
Still a fail.
As you guys are walking along, you hear echoing, possibly from behind you, possibly from ahead. It's kind of hard to make out. Another one of those much louder explosions as you were going along. And you don't notice anything strange about Trent while he was doing his move against Backstabber. You notice
I'm just a normal boy.
You're just a normal human being. I mean, well, a well-endowed normal human being.
Of course.
I've gotta be.
Alright, well, it seems like it's getting a little dangerous. Should we still continue onwards?
I mean, we gotta find out what happened, right?
And as you continue,
I guess so.
At certain points,
Onwards.
the tunnel is slightly less straight. Like, it takes some down dips, an occasional twist to the left. At one point, it begins going up for a little while, and then it starts getting quite steep going downwards. Never to a point where you are, like, getting off balance, but it is now a noticeable incline. And now that you're at the kind of, as you're going over the crest of one of these hills, you see the smoke coming up in earnest, and far ahead of you, you see the reflection, or the flickering of a bright orange light, fire style. and this sound is getting more intense in the air. You're hearing these percussive strikes, and it is getting warmer and warmer as you go along, and the air is getting thicker and thicker around you. And Kevin, you are beginning to see people on the edge of your vision.
On the edge of my vision?
Yeah. Kind of like dust motes floating and white blood cells moving across your eyes. You are seeing the trickle of people walking in the same direction as you.
I guess nothing much that can be done about that. Maybe, or... hold on one sec. Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
And as you continue onward, going further and further down, the air getting tighter and tighter around you, Trent, you are beginning to start, like, you know, more so noticing the lack of oxygen down here. Again, it's maybe causing you to be a little more lightheaded. Beyond that, nothing much more so. The smoke is really in earnest here. Oh yeah, maybe listen to that track that Henry dropped in the fucking chat there. That is what's playing right now.
Okay.
Well, astutely done, my friend. And then you are hearing the crash of these percussive strikes louder and louder, and then just for a second, things are silent. The work seems to stop. The light is still blazing in the distance, but and Henry, this was gonna be me transitioning over to the other track.
Can I also send that?
Yeah, might as well. Then with a loud it's almost like a steam whistle sound on the air. There's a loud piercing sound, and once Streamlabs OBS kind of kicks over into the next thing, oh my god, where's the it's really not wanting to do this, huh?
Let me know if that's the correct one that I just sent. I'm assuming it is, because I don't know what else it would be.
It is that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's a reason it's not playing. It's because I don't have my, anyways, this will take just half a second. It's because I have it, fuck's sake. It's the one song that I have not on monitor as well. I've got, yeah. You are, now as you are getting closer to it, these percussive strikes, again, sounds like pickaxes, it sounds like the occasional loud booming sound, are louder and louder, and you are hearing a much more noticeable rhythm to this whole thing. There are voices speaking no language you've heard before on the wind, and cutting through them is the occasional loud metallic voice, seemingly forming this call and response. And at the end of this tunnel, you see a flame, brighter than one you've possibly ever seen before. It is a whir of movement. There are the occasional outreaching of a limb. There is metal within this fire, which is breaking against what you now see is the end of this tunnel. And you are still a very fair ways away from it, and the heat is becoming unbearable. It's like when you're opening the oven to get your chicken pasties out of there and you burn your eyebrows off.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding style, absolutely. And Kevin, you now see these figures at the corner of your vision in strong density, and you folks notice that the smoke in this part of the tunnel is hanging in the air, not so much being pushed back by this strong wind, and within it you see humanoid figures. Vernon, you've spent a fair amount of time with ghosts, and you know how they often manifest themselves as kind of particulate within the air, making the barest kind of outline of a person, becoming more focused when they themselves are more focused of their will or of their intention. And with the sheer amount of ghosts that are in here, Vernon, they are all particularly visible, and they seem to be just walking into this fire. And as you're looking at this situation a little bit longer, you see the clear outline of human shapes within this flame, working tirelessly to dig this cave. The occasional ghost will flit away, and an ember of it will waft up some of this sand that is being dug up through this sandstone, and it will glass over the sides of this tunnel. And then within the fire, a empty space opens up. and you see the silhouette of a human. Not a kind of ghost-filling empty space, but empty space within this maelstrom of movement and of heat and of energy, and they are pointing at this wall, and they are gesticulating. And then this figure, no discernible face within them, they are, like, again, just the barest outline of a person, turns and looks at you, and then turns back to this work, and the mining continues anew. What the fuck do you guys do?
Well, I guess we know what is now making these tunnels. It is not, in fact, a ghost worm, but rather a ghost mining squad of sorts, and I think...
It's the good old ghost mining company. I think we could leave, right? I think we've seen
I
it
think
enough.
we'd be doing fine.
Yeah, good civil servants, you know.
I think I know where
Feel lost
Shelly
and died
is
somehow.
now. I want to see if I can spot some a ghost that might resemble Shelly amongst these workers.
Yeah. How about you roll investigative mystery?
Right.
And you can ask the questions within that, and also I would say that would be like you kind of appraising the situation to see if you see that ghost that you recognize.
That
I
is
said it was going to be something different from last arc, boys.
5 - 1, 4.
There are absolutely no go.
Vernon, it is so bright in here that you really you can barely make out like humanoid figures within this fire anymore. In fact, it was possibly a trick of the light. And you know what? At that moment, you see within the kind of heart of this humanoid kind of mass of fire, you see some like dust or maybe coal or maybe just something dark is coagulating within it. And as it is done so, there you see like hands kind of patting it into place and sculpting it. And then what does appear to be a stick of dynamite is kind of ferried and like kind of crowd surfed over to the front of this throng, and a very loud explosion goes off. And I'm gonna need all 3 of you to take 2 harm from just the shockwave of energy that hits against you.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm now unstable.
Okay, cool. Wait, you ignored 1 for your armor, yeah?
No, I did not.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you've really not healed since the last time we were doing this bullshit. Yeah.
This is probably a pretty horrific sight, right?
It's not great, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it is, like, you are seeing, this just mass of, like, bodies, pretty much, within this living fire, working tirelessly to dig this tunnel, God knows where. You do notice that along the edges of the tunnel in this room, there are not only this like glass that is being filled in, but running through the light sandstone, there are other heavy like materials. And as that large explosive was set off, it seemed to have ignited a fair few of them in the rock at the other end of this tunnel, and maybe it was like a calcium or carbon deposit has been just blown wide open. And as the flame moves its way, further into this, that glassy, wall is slowly being built up at the edges of it, forged by this white hot fire.
This looks really bad, guys. We need to get out of here.
Go, yes.
We should probably get out of here.
I'm voting to leave. So I guess that's 3 out of 3, or?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go now. Yeah.
Either of you want to come with me, or should I like stick down here? We want to go the long way back up.
I mean, if you
I'm
can
back.
teleport back up to the winch, you can just pull us up.
The rope,
And we can just hold on.
the rope is not all the way through this tunnel, my guy.
No, I know, but we just walk back,
I see.
and then he pulls us up.
I will say that you are maybe
Sure.
45 minutes walk, maybe a little bit more so into this
Oh.
tunnel. Yeah, like you've been walking for quite some time. Sorry if I didn't make that quite clear.
Mhm.
All right, maybe I should. I mean, I can carry both of you with me. We will be somewhere else. It just won't be
Won't be
it might-
here.
Well, it won't be here. It might not be the same place or anywhere specific.
I can walk back. I think that'd be fine.
All right, Vernon, you're good. Trent,
Kevin, I'll take you up on that offer.
all right.
Excellent, excellent, excellent,
we go.
excellent, excellent.
Just,
Kevin, roll them beautiful bones for me.
grab you by the
Where are
face,
you?
I guess.
Where are you trying to take Trent? Because it's got to be somewhere that you like know pretty well.
Let's go back to Cheers.
Yeah, fair enough.
We could go to the apartment. You were just there.
That's true.
I will say, Commander in Shears, it'll be a much more safe bet because like he's been there quite a bit more often. But the apartment, while being like is closer, but it's also like not somewhere he's been tons. Those are your options.
It's also
Kev.
he's also been there recently though. So it's like
Sure. You want to go back to the apartment, or
no, we can go to wherever you think is.
all right, we're going
best.
to Cheers. Here we go.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh, every time.
All right, that's just a straight up failure. That's a 5.
What does
Which
it?
I think means it says on a 7 to 9 you're all separated or you all appear in the wrong place. It doesn't specify, but I'm assuming a fail just means that it doesn't work at all. Is that correct?
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, I will say that you attempt to do this, but in like this wash of ghostly energy, and Kevin, you are now realizing that this is like the same kind of like path of ghostly energy that you felt when you touched that weird bus driver all those weeks ago. And it just fizzles out, and as you're doing this, that figure, that kind of pocket appears within this flame again, and is now looking very directly at the three of you, and does not seem to be like ordering anything around, but they are present and are
Okay, you know what? I think we should just run.
Run,
Let's just
yes,
run.
run.
so the three of you just begin like huffing your way, which is
Scooby-Doo style.
it is a harder walk like up this very smooth trail. How about no, I'm not gonna make this act under pressure. Like you're just like leaving this situation. I will say that the three of you do feel like even as you start leaving, the three of you start feeling not cold, but like you're feeling that heat dissipate a little bit as you're moving your way away from this this strange situation you found yourselves in. Going up and cresting this hill, and you're continuing just like further out of this tunnel. As you get to the spot where you saw Backstabber earlier, you guys see that there is a there are 3 bags of Taco Bell sitting on the ground. All of them are. One of them is incredibly soggy. The other 2 are normal looking.
Should we trust those, or?
I wouldn't.
I grabbed the soggy one and here, Mads can have mine. I don't.
Oh,
The soggy one?
the soggy
Can I
one.
get
The,
Mads
the,
soggy one?
the bag. This paper bag is dripping red.
That is awful. Why would you give? Why? She doesn't want it.
I'll look in the
Doesn't want that.
bags to see if there's anything other than Taco Bell.
We can still
Oh,
just go to
yes.
Taco Bell.
No, I know. I want to see if there's anything specific. In the bags.
I'll check what's in the.
In one of them there is there's a Baja Blast, some chicken chips, and a potato wrap. And another one there are 2 naked chicken chalupas, and in one there is just a lot of like viscera, and also a small glass bottle with clear contents.
Wow.
I grabbed that one. I
Oh, water!
Yeah, of course Trent does that, and of course Trent dies. End of podcast.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Trent.
yeah. You will be coming back as Brent Jr.,
As-
younger brother of Trent.
That like really exact order, right?
Hmm?
Like that he Backstabber got the exact things that we're going to order.
Yeah.
Like, is anyone else concerned by that, or no?
Yeah,
I mean,
Vernon loves getting a nice bag of gristle
not
from Taco.
concerned by Backstabber, so I feel like
Let's
it's
go
just
buy our own taco.
And you guys, the work song or whatever it's called, fading in the background. You are now getting. Let me see if I can just do something really impressive on this one. Nope, I cannot.
Nope.
Oh, yes, I can. The song fading into the distance. You are now at the bottom of this kind of like rubbled building. You do see that squeezed and pushed through the kind of rubble and foundations of this building. You see a hole maybe about the size of Backstabber's head. And at the end of it, your flashlight catches on. The tunnel continues off in that direction, seemingly that this was just like they were moving through this area and seemingly were a bit high. And Kevin, do you want to teleport to the winch? Because like that you can just do without any issue.
Yeah, I can just do that.
You just he just pops up there, leaving a little sploosh of water. And I'll say that you guys can just like hold on to this rope, winches you back up, and with that, the sound of work and of flame dies away, and the three of you, smelling a lot more considerably like a campfire than you did beforehand, are now on the surface, and it is about 12:30
Okay.
a.m.
I thought it was almost midnight when we went in.
Big fair, it's about 1:06 a.m.
Well,
Okay.
the night is still young. If you guys are interested, we could pop back in and head the other way and try to see where this ghost band originated.
I think I'm fine for now. I could just get the Taco
Yeah.
Bell. I feel like it's probably gonna be like
That was
a really long way, right? Like
that
we
was
should come back with a motorcycle or something.
awful to see. I
Yeah, that was-
need grease to fill the
It was
hole.
not great.
That was awful.
And we can stop
Alright,
by a
yes.
Blockbuster and rent grease if you need.
Oh, that'd be nice. Movie
That'd
night.
be nice. I bet Mads would love it.
I'm sure Mads would love if you show up through the part where she finally gets and puts on Grease, one of the most divisive movies of all time. Love
I'm
it.
sure. I like how you also say I'm sure Mads would love Grease, implying that she would love it but has never seen it.
Really introducing her to a lot of new concepts. Oh, I realized that I need to pull up a image. So you guys getting in the are you gonna like debrief a little bit out of that thing, or you could probably doing that on the drive over to the Tinkle outside the Binkle?
Probably on the drive.
Yeah, on the drive.
Okay, so let me just grab this, images. Oh God, I meant to do this slightly differently.
Very swish.
Yeah, you
for,
guys.
20 Taco Bell.
Yeah, right. A mid
Is 20.
a mid 20. Oh, we gotta block out the logo though. We gotta block out the taco.
Yeah.
It's gonna shift this. The guys
No
are gonna
free
be.
advertising.
Chris is a JPEG again. Yeah, never. We would never do free advertising at all. For a second, I thought I still had my Milwaukee.
Oh,
Oh God.
I thought I had my.
What?
What's
The
just
cameras have all shifted.
Just gonna. Oh wait, there we go.
there we go.
Oh, that's a fun trick that I can do. Oh, that's cool. What about this? Oh, it's just me. Oh heck! Oh wow, the wonders.
Oh, it's just Chris.
Big Chris.
Wonders of modern technology. We now have Big Chris. You arrive at the Taco Bell. You see that in the corner of the parking lot there are some ripped open Taco Bell bags that some rats are eating. Normal sized rats, not large ones. Why did it do that? Why? I really didn't want it to do that. Oh wait, fixed it. Kind of. Oh.
We can fix it after.
We'll
fix
fix it in post. Yeah, this will be on the edited down version. And you guys jingle your way into the Taco Bell, and you see Trudy on her PlayStation Portable behind the counter, just chilling out. And she sees you guys. She's like, "Oh shit! Wow, what's up? What's up, team? What's up,
Rudy? How's it
monster fighters? Let's do this. What's the mission? I'm ready."
To get Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Have you guys heard about the new naked chicken chalupa?
Yeah, we have not
Yes.
stopped hearing.
We
that.
are.
It's the talk of town.
in it.
Yeah,
Did you see like a rat guy in here?
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I was worried that he made his own.
Well, I was worried that he just like took it out of the
No,
trash.
I believe that he was what mugged those people outside earlier.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. Did not call the cops.
I mean, it's just Taco
I
Bell.
mean, sure.
It's just Taco Bell.
Let's just talk
They can
about
get more. That's Trudy's thing. That's Trudy's
yeah, so
famous
I guess-
catchphrase.
They can get more.
They can get more.
So I guess we'll get I don't know, a couple naked chicken chalupa tacos.
Oh,
with
we're sorry,
potato
sorry.
wrap.
We're, and I really hate to say this, we
Oh,
are
no.
we are out of those right now.
Oh,
You were just advertising them.
Yeah, I've got to do like
you just said there's always more.
I gotta do
like,
this.
not 2 seconds ago.
Oh shit! Sorry, I just checked the freezer. There's more. Yeah, well, I mean,
You went to
Kevin,
the Beyond
Kevin, you know what I always say.
Yeah,
There's always more.
there's always more.
Yeah, I think I've changed my catchphrase in the last couple minutes. Make that the first Surf and Turf T-shirt. The first surfing T-shirt. Except maybe a
There's
picture of
always
like
more.
Vic dead on the back of the shirt.
No, I just love the idea of like a faded Taco Bell logo with the words
There's always more. It like looks burnt around the edges. Yeah, you guys sit down at a table, and Trudy comes up with a tall, chilled glass. You know, they chill the mugs at A&W. Well,
We're
this
sitting at a table. I thought we were getting to go for Mads.
sorry, Trudy goes to a table fully expecting you guys to sit and chill with her. Yeah, what's the what's
I'm
the,
so
I mean,
sorry.
Kev, you can sit with.
Trudy, we gotta we have a friend who's not feeling well, and we're gonna have to bring this back to her.
well, I
Quick,
mean,
we need to get her some naked chicken chalupa.
guess what else, Kevin? You have two friends that
What?
aren't feeling well.
Oh, Trudy, hey, do you want to come back to Trent's apartment with us?
Oh, that'd be great, but no, I'm on shift for the rest of the while, and you know what they say,
Oh,
people are
right,
always
yeah.
coming back for more Taco Bell.
Well,
There's
you
always
know,
more.
There's always more. Yeah,
There's
big fair.
always more.
Oh my God, Trudy dropped her dice. Trudy's got. I was playing craps in the back with some of the other Taco Bell employees. Yeah, it's wild in here, guys. Yeah. Of course, as always, Taco Bell is on the house for Kevin and friends of Kevin.
Oh,
Yeah. I threw in some extra.
Town.
I threw in some extra naked chicken chips for you guys. Kevin, I'll see you for crochet tomorrow.
of course.
Yeah, lovely.
And you know, I can come back in like an hour or two, probably.
Oh, that'll be sick. I'll still be here.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, Trudy.
See you, Trudy.
Yeah, we're not there yet, Trent. Sorry, that was mainly like a Kevin thing, but like I didn't mean
I just
to.
want to say bye.
No, I just didn't want to impose, right?
Yeah.
Did I impose? Kinda, right?
I mean, you didn't.
Meanwhile, back at back at Trent's apartment, bam, we're there. Mads is playing For Honor on your Xbox One system, Trent, and she's owning noobs using obviously on the Japanese faction. I'm gonna say that you're Trent, as you enter this apartment, you for a second, every time in the past when you've gone on a little adventure like this and returned to your apartment, things have sort of followed you. So when you enter the door of your apartment and you smell smoke, you do feel a little bit concerned for a while, and then it's like, no, you think Mads maybe sparked up in your bathroom. So yeah, Mads is sitting there on the couch, really just in the game. It's like, oh, hey boys, what's the sitch? Is it ghouls?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ghosts.
oh,
Qualify as ghouls?
Sort of like a.
I don't mean
ghost.
to. Like, I don't want to be racist, Vernon.
you're for sure asking the wrong lady, right?
I'm asking Vernon, but
Sort of like a mining
All right.
fire slave ghost torture machine of sorts.
That sounds not great. I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah.
you. Like metal for sure, but
Doesn't
not
look great
great.
either.
No, I mean, I imagine it looked like the imagery was probably like pretty nice, like pretty cool.
I mean, it was scarring for sure.
Damn, I mean that does suck.
I'm gonna
it
have
was definitely
nightmares.
cool.
Well, I mean, you guys did just meet some firefighters.
Here's your Taco Bell
Ah!
ads.
Oh, nice. Do they have the do they have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
They
have heard.
always have more.
Yeah, there's always more. Thank you, boys. I'll be in the corner. If you need any accounting done, I know a guy. Also, she's wearing a T-shirt that says like, because she was just in her pajamas. I can't remember if I said this last session. But the teacher says my business is pussy and pussy is booming. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
You did not.
Well, I probably should have established that, huh? So, if you just want to color the very serious conversation that our punters were having on the previous session. Anyways, but yeah, she's chilled out in some pajama pants. She seems to have very quickly kind of come to terms with the world being so weird.
Yeah.
Kind of like an allyship of sorts. Yeah, she's also wearing a pin on her bag that says ally. The A in LGBTQIA stands for ally, according to Mads. No. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up and make this a little bit of like a shorter session. Is there anything else that you guys want to get done like this night? Like it can take a little while. I'm saying that we're not gonna be moving on to like the next day's events this session. So yeah,
I definitely want to Sorry.
No, please.
I want to contact Amber.
Excellent. Okay.
Or at least try to. At least like via letter or email or however we communicate.
Yeah. She gave you that mixed in with the letter that she sent to you. There was an envelope and some of that parchment and like some wax that you can seal it with. And she just said to burn the letter and it would get to her. And there are ways that you can contact her more directly, but that would involve like kind of like summoning her here, which was more of like a She left you the money on the table is for ordering pizza, but if need be, you can use your credit card to like hire a hitman or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you saying in this letter?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm just reading Huma's latest chat.
Aw, it's booming.
Aw, it is.
Also, yeah, big ups on Mads on being a For Honor gamer. Like, really at the height of it as being a popular video game. She's like, yeah, this game's sick, never gonna die. Fanbase never going away. Just like the Naked Chicken Chalupa, because there's always more. But yeah, tell me about this letter that you're writing.
Just sort of detailing events, how Mads is staying on the couch.
Cool.
How her entire apartment building burned down. How there's sort of a ghost situation, sort of like a slave driving flame ghost torture device that's mining out a tunnel underneath. Sort of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood spoiler style.
Oh wow, that is kind of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood spoiler style, oh my god.
But it doesn't mean anything, like you don't know what it... Like, they're digging a tunnel in this show.
But, like, I straight up, like, it's like, yeah, I love Tunnel. Yeah. No Sloth was down there from Goonies.
Yeah.
From Goonies, from Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, no, for sure.
I want to watch Goonies.
Any other flavor you throw in there? Obviously, I love you.
Yeah. All the pleasantries and, like, everything's fine kind of thing.
Yeah. Still lying.
Well,
do you talk about Hyphae at all?
I would definitely mention it.
Yeah, sick.
But, like, not going into too much detail. It didn't seem like...
More important stuff happened right afterwards,
exactly.
for sure, yeah. But you went to Q's work. Okay, very sick. You seal up this letter. Just like...
Hey, Mads, can I borrow your lighter?
What lighter? Nah, you've seen me smoke a lot, for sure. But it was cigarettes that I smoked in your bathroom. And she
cigarettes.
This guy! And she throws you a weird little butane lighter.
Cool.
Yeah. It's
burn the letter.
It's Home Depot branded. SMH. You know what? No, it's definitely like I think that all the Commander-in-Chief's managers all got like Zippos branded from Daniel.
It's engraved.
It's a monogrammed Commander-in-Chief's Zippo. So it's like it's gold, but it's got a camo print on it.
Oh,
amazing!
Yeah, and you light up this letter, and as soon as the corner catches, it just goes, and it's just like away, kind of like flash paper.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is sent. What about you, other guys?
Yes, I think I'm gonna head off back to my little bunker because I think I want to do some research. I'm gonna pull out the old brick, the Windows Vista. I'm gonna do some research on the Netherlands.
Oh. The two of you are possibly confused, but see Vernon out of the door, and Vernon, I'm guessing you start just sprinting home.
Not quite sprinting, but power walk.
All right, sick. We'll get to that in just a little hair. Trent, you turning in for the night? It's pretty late, but you know you're kind of used to pulling all-nighters every once in a while, work style.
Yeah.
I will say
Would
that
you say
tomorrow. Oh, actually, wait, guys. Happy Halloween!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 1 a.m.
Oh my god, so cute. And I will say, Vernon, as you stick your head out the door, you do feel a change in the wind. It is Spooks Night, All Hallows' Eve. It is late autumn scaries. Not really, but yeah. What are Trent and Kevin doing for the rest of their evenings?
Would you say like spending time on writing that letter could activate bonding time or no?
Yeah, fuck it, because you don't have a lot of times to activate that right now, for sure. Also, you were in her car. It smells like her.
Nice. That's a 5 plus a 6 plus 2.
Okay, what
so
do you
13?
What do you fucking get from that?
I just get I get to hold 2 of 4 things.
Sick.
I will erase 1 mark on the track and then pick receive a gift from your guide.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Not like for next.
Yeah. Can you DM me about that? DM me that so I don't forget it. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, Amber gives you a T-shirt that says "My business is pussy and pussy is booming." It's such a
protection 3.
Protection 15. This guy can't take damage anymore. What about you? And then you're just going to sleepy Betty Boy bedtime. Yeah, cool. You give Mads a heavy woolen blanket, and she's on your pullout. But nice. she's still big game.
Trent definitely has a pullout couch.
Yeah, for friends, for movie night. What about you, Kev? Where you're heading off to?
I'm gonna go back to I don't know. I don't think we need to see it, but I think I'll go back to Taco Bell for the rest of Trudy's shift.
Aw, wonderful. Yeah, you guys have a nice chat through the evening. And yeah, we don't need to. That's you guys' business. We don't need to dally too much with that. I'm just gonna futz around with this a little bit. We're gonna. Excuse me, Streamlabs slobs. This never fucking works when I want it to. There we go. I will say, Vernon, you are handsome. Where the fuck? Oh no, I know what I'm gonna put on. I'm just gonna wait for this to transition over because however many times I change my transition times, it always makes it 30 million fucking years. You are driving yourself crazy worrying about what's going on with this fire underneath the town and what's going on with your parents, and you're really mulling this over. So you don't really notice that until you do. Jesus Christ, there is a car following you, Vernon, from a good ways back. It's driving and then parking. It turns off a couple times. It does at one point drive towards you on the road that you are on and drive past. Its lights are off, I will say, inside and out, and it speeds up when it gets near you and rushes past. But you have noticed this same car a few times now.
Interesting. I'm gonna try to duck off into an alley or a side street. Try to lose it.
So you're kind of getting into the more kind of suburby areas of Cabaret as you're heading out into the getting closer to the more the actual desert where you live. So you're kind of maybe running through people's backyards, Ferris Bueller style. Hopping fences for sure, doing a funny gag where you go on a trampoline and then go over the fence and then a bit of the fence falls down, Edgar Wright style. It's all very, very funny. And then just as you jump into an alleyway, you see a figure with a flashlight looking around, and this figure the flashlight of theirs is trained on a body on the ground, and it does not appear that they have seen you yet. What do you do in this situation?
Oof, I'm gonna try to do some espionage. I'm gonna try to conceal myself and just watch.
Roll act under pressure.
That is a 7.
Okay, so you are just like hiding, just like in the shadows of this alleyway. You walk through the shadow of the Valley of Death, and you see this tall, kind of gangly figure leaning over this body, holding a flashlight, like real, like just like right up on them. And they turn them over, and you see them expose neck wounds on this person's body, and then they quick shine their flashlight into the shadows, just as you slip away, and from their point of view, they are disappeared in the darkness. And because they are like the source of their light, and as they're behind it, you don't get a good view of what their face looks like.
Yes, I think I'm now going to try to hurry up and get back, because I don't want to be seen around a obviously vampired body.
Clearly vampired body. Dude, sick measly smirk with the sunglasses, Reese. Damn. Hot.
Good.
Hot fire. Yeah, you dive off into the shadows, and you, for just a second, you smell a bit of blood on the air, and you hear a loud bang coming from that alleyway. But I'm guessing that you are like fully like in your animal sprinting mode going down this street. And you hear the screech of tires and the sound of police sirens flaring on the distance, driving in the opposite direction from you. And you make it back to your home, and you begin your research into, was it Ghosts or the Netherlands?
The Netherlands.
666. You know, you're hitting up your contacts, you're doing your shit. You get into your home. There is, your large kind of abandoned home space upstairs, where you hear the loud sound of werewolves doing whatever it is they do in there. You probably don't try to like check too bad, but you're hearing a lot. You're smelling a lot of smells, hearing a lot of sounds. There's a lot of light going outside. Could be a party, could be a meth lab. You're really not quite sure. And you kind of creak your way down into your basement suite. Hole, sweet hole. And for just a second, as you're getting into this space, you feel a presence in this basement. And this is something that you're, very used to, seeing as one of your kind of often roommates is a ghost. But this probably gets your hackles up pretty fast, because if it's Shelly, then you can talk to Shelly. I want you to, actually, just give me weird or sharp, up to you.
Alright, let's do weird. Feeling funky.
Feeling weird.
And probably a good thing, because that's a 5 plus 3, 8.
For just a second, you see the outline of someone in the corner of this room. They are short, they are kind of squat, they are kind of undiscernible, like, character, but you feel a cool, soft kind of energy wafting off of them. Something not too dissimilar to the porous, horrible vibes that you get off of Kevin every time that you look at him. So what would be a cool, refreshing, calm feeling for you is sickening and is revolting, but it is also then very quickly gone from your space. And with that, ladies and germs, Surf and Turf Earworm session number 3 is completed. Thoughts? Feelings? Testes?
I was surprised at the return of Backstabber.
Well, the thing is, after I did the community poll asking everybody's favorite characters of this show, I just had to bring him back, and also as tunnel buddies, no less. I would like to like, just firstly, like, before we get into plugs, before we get into... There's always more. But before we get into any of the bullshit, I just want to say, Henry motherfucking Hoffman, I've talked about you before. You guys know him. He's right there. On my screen, he's right there. Henry was given the most arcane bullshit prompt for a track. Scratch that, for tracks, musical-wise, this goddamn arc, and you absolutely knocked it out of the park, and you couldn't have more directly made the sounds that I had in my head, so I would like to thank you very strongly for that. The two tracks that you heard today were made by Henry in the dead of night using Ram's Blood and Ramses II's Blood. A lot of blood.
And Gordon
His
Ramsay.
crusty,
And Gordon
crusty
Ram
blood.
and Gordon Ramsay's crusty blood. Can you believe that Gordon Ramsay's been alive for 68 slutty years? He's not. He's not 68.
He's never had sex.
Shame. Did you conclude
So
the
he'll
current
just have
mystery?
the Cobb salad.
6.
Hold on, no, I got a good gaff here.
What's that?
All right.
Oh, come on.
Nice!
Nice. We did it, everyone.
Did you conclude the current mystery?
No.
I'd say no. Did you
No,
save
no,
someone
we did
from
not.
certain death or worse?
No.
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 Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you know what? Fair. That's fair. That one I'll
I'd say
give you.
yes. We learned. I mean, we learned about these specific ghosts, but we also learned some more.
That's fair.
general
We all
information
got lore
ghosts in the
about ghosts,
afterlife.
yeah. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Kinda.
No.
Kinda,
No.
but no. And even regardless, that just means that you all mark one experience.
Okay.
Let's see if my plugs command... Oh no, my plugs command is for sure still not working properly. So if you remove the Henry off the end of that Instagram URL, that's Chris's art. If you remove the Reese off the end of that YouTube URL, that's Henry's YouTube.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Reese's Twitter is intact. The most important plug out of any of these. I would like to thank you boys very, very much for continuing to be my lovely, lovely party and making this the most batshit fucking shit that I could ever run. I wanted to do some different shit this arc than I did last time. And this is still like a big kind of learning experience for us all, so thank you all for kind of being patient when things are, sometimes a little bit more rocky, sometimes a little bit more smooth. I will say, big vibing with, I've been big vibing with the choices you've all been making recently. You guys have been killing it. I've been loving it. I thought you were reaching out to end me. Reese, beyond your Twitter, anything that you're into right now, anything that you enjoy, anything that you either worked on or simply have been consuming that you want to point people towards? League of Legends,
I've been
to the side.
consuming a lot of Noodlebox.
Noodlebox.
Yeah.
What's
So
new?
I'd say go order the crispy Shanghai chicken.
Is this a place in Vancouver that you were getting food
Yeah.
from? Nice. So
I based on context clues, I did assume that it was a pornographic hentai style.
Every
tentacle
context
style
clue I
website.
give.
gotta be. Absolutely gotta be. But yeah, everybody go and order some noodle box, specifically the crispy Shanghai chicken.
Yeah.
Excellent.
With the jasmine rice.
I mean, if you're a fool, you'll get the sticky white. I don't know if that's the other option. My House
I
of
don't know.
Cards has literally and
There's also
proverbially
noodle.
fallen. I will say that I want to point people towards Splitgate, because I'm going to be playing that after this.
Yeah.
And it's a very fun, it's just a super fucking fun game. It's got all the guns of Halo and of Doom. It's got the portals of Portals. And it's got little rocket jump jetpacks. Very cute stuff.
And it's got the fun of friends.
It's got the fun of friends, unless you're playing it by yourself, in which case it's got the fried of fiends. Henry, what are you pointing people towards today?
I'm still doing weekly YouTube videos about once every month or two now that we're getting into final season. I'm not a buy Cycron again.
Yeah,
Again.
buy it again.
Yeah, if you haven't bought it, please buy it. If you haven't, or if you have bought it, buy it again. Buy another copy. Give
Yeah.
the copy to your dad.
Gift a copy to
Gift
your
a
dad.
copy
It's
to-
it's a video game from when he's from. Am I right? Dads are old.
2021.
No, but yeah.
Samus.
Crit Samus. A moment of Samus. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Is that the song? Gotta be.
I don't know.
Christopher. What do you got going on? What have you been enjoying? What have you been despising? What shook you all week long?
Well, I've been counting barnacles for the past little while.
Your Discord,
Yeah.
like fucking has been like counter of barnacles for like a couple like weeks now.
Yeah, so first I was taking photos of the
Barnacle
barnacles,
Master
and then this
Chris.
past week I was having to
Counter
count them.
particles.
And now I'm running stats on the barnacles.
So everybody go look at a barnacle. I for one hate what they look like. I want them to stop. It's all pretty bad.
I like what they look like.
Bit of
Don't like what they
trypophobia
feel
when
like.
you get a bunch of the dead ones.
Yeah.
together.
It's
Yeah.
a bad thing to fall on.
Yeah, bad thing to fall on, bad thing to scrape yourself on, bad thing to see a worm come out of a hole that looks like that. I mean, mad respect for them to be able to literally grip onto, like, fucking whatever. Wish I could, for sure. But yeah, everybody go eat chicken, buy Cycron, and think about barnacles. I will say, I've had some notes from my editorial staff and the boys in the lab, so I gotta say, go eat breakfast, and if you do something else, fucking keep it to yourself. How was that, Henry?